Here is another right triangle because we love these guys so much. And we want to figure out what is the length of the hypotenuse. How would you figure that out? And we do have a right triangle, so you've got to love that. You don't? What if I told you that everybody was doing right triangle problems? See, now you want to do it. Remember, the Pythagorean Theorem says that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? Understand you're not squaring the sides here in the diagram. You're not got to put the squared number here. It's just that when you put them into the formula, you square them, and that's how they are connected to each other. So A and B, again, refer back to what pieces of the right triangle? The legs. And the legs are the pieces that make up the what? The right angle. So when I remember that, it doesn't matter if you call this A or this A. What matters is that you know they are the legs. So that's just going to be 12 squared plus 5 squared. That is equal to, in this case, x squared. Right? Hypotenuse is all by itself on the right side. So what's 12 squared? That'd be a good quiz question, right? Plus 5 squared, which is 25. So what is this? But see, that's x squared. What is just x, though? When I do the square root, what do you get? You get what? 13. You get 13. Oh, wait a minute. So this is a Pythagorean triple? 5, 12. If this is 13, is that a triple that I had listed before? Yeah. Sweet. So we can say here that x equals 13 what? Centimeters. Got to make sure that you do label this appropriately, right? All right. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Sorry. I watched the Muppet movie yesterday. I feel like I'm Constantine. I could be notorious. Notorious. I don't know what that's from. But I don't want to be notorious because I'm, big. Like I don't want to be like B-I-G big. Because, well, I guess I could be like a notorious B-I-G person. Right? That'd be a great like rapper name, don't you think? I could totally rock that. Let's make this 7 inches. We're going to make this guy 22 inches, and I want you to find what x equals. See, notice I'm not going to say, the instructions will not say find x, because some smart is going to go, here it is! Like the things you've probably seen on Facebook. Hey, dude, hey math, hey algebra, quit looking for your x, that's why she left you. Because algebra's always having you find, never mind. So how would you figure this one out? Wait for your neighbor to do it and then copy the answer? Yeah, what if your neighbor's wrong? Tell you what, I'll give you a hint. I will give you a hint on this one.
X squared.
7 squared plus what?
Plus X squared.
Right, because these are your legs. Equals what? 22 squared. All right. What's 7 squared? Plus x squared. See, I'm going to have to get this guy by himself in a little bit. 22 squared. 484. All right, now I've got to get x by itself, so let's get rid of the 49. So that gives me x squared is equal to what? 435? I got a feeling that's not a perfect square. So how do I do this? Find the square root of that. So we're going to say that x is approximately equal to, let's see what we have here. So 435 square root. Let's round to the nearest thousandth. Seems to be cool. So when I round to the nearest thousandth, do I keep it or round up? So I'm going to end up with what? 20.857. What are my units here? Inches. Whoa, no, not square inches. It's a linear measurement. What is the length of this? Now, does this answer make sense? What do we say about the hypotenuse and how it relates to everything else? It's always the longest side, right? So we have to make sure that 22 inches stays the longest side, the largest number. And it does. Now, if I were making a multiple choice test for you guys, I would give you an answer that you guys would probably come up with. Because if you're not paying attention, some students would go 484 plus 49, and then they would do the square root. So I would totally have that as an answer, just to mess with you. This is why you do not want me to make up a multiple choice test. I'm evil. Yeah. You're a mean one, Mr. Craig. I always like little problems like this. So, I guess I should make this a little more colorful so that you guys can get what's going on. So, here it is. This is supposed to be representing grass. And, of course, you got your sidewalk right here. Crosswalk and all that jazz. Now, if you guys see a big expanse of grass right here, do you guys stick to the sidewalk and go around? Or are you some of those nasty people that help create this little trail that goes from corner to corner like this? Is this what you guys do? Especially, yeah, let's totally disregard the sign that says, well, stay off grass sounds like an anti-drug slogan, so this is good too. So, stay off. Now, you're thinking, I'm in a hurry. I've got to get from point A to point B, and I know the quickest distance from point A to point B is what? A straight line. Isn't that what they've taught you?
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, what if this distance right here is 42 feet? And this distance right here is 57 feet. My question is, how much shorter is the shortcut? If you cut through the grass, fearing for your life that some guy's going to come out with a shotgun saying, "Get off my lawn!" And he starts calling you like whippersnappers and ragamuffins. And you realize, wait a minute, we're not, how old are you? So, in order to find how much shorter is the shortcut, what do you have to find first? Maybe the length of the shortcut? How do I find the length of the shortcut? And as long as this isn't some screwy lot here, we're going to assume this is at a right angle, right? which makes this picture a right triangle. So if this guy is x, this is my distance here, I know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I do the math, and I should be well on my way, right? So 42 squared plus 57 squared equals x squared. Do you all agree? All right, so you know what? I'm going to be lazy today. I'm going to use a calculator. So what's 42 squared? Oh, I have a square button. What am I going to do?
Just times it again.
All right, so this is 1,764 plus what's 57 squared?
3249.
And that's my x squared. All right, so let's add these guys. No, watch this. You had 3249 was the last number, right? Go ahead and add 1764. No sense in topping everything again. So I get 5,013 is my x squared, which means x is what? What do I do now?
Root it.
Square root. So it means that x is approximately equal to 70.803 feet. That's probably more accurate than I need to be, right? But does that answer my question? How much shorter is the shortcut? So I'm saying that this shortcut from point A to point B is about 70.803 feet. How do I figure out how much shorter it is? What do I do? Say it louder. Add what? Right, if I were a law-abiding citizen, which I am, and I did the sidewalk, it'd be 42 and 57, right? So what would the sidewalk distance be? That would be 99 feet, right? Now my shortcut was 70.803 feet. So by doing the subtraction here, I can find out how much time or how much distance I would be saving. So what do you guys come up with? Ugh, typed in the wrong thing. What do you guys have? Your savings would be about what? 28.197 feet. So for someone like me, it'd save me about 6 steps. So for someone like my kids, my younger son, it'd save him about 50 steps. So what do you guys think about this? So are you willing to risk your life for 28 feet? So let's think about the math, okay, so we don't get hurt.